Hello everybody, my name's the History King, and today we are playing Europa Universalis 5. I'm going to point out something right off the bat, which is, where is the webcam? And I realized after the first couple of videos that me being on screen for this game is kind of awkward. Because as I said, I am not an expert at this game. So these episodes have pretty much been either me being the mechanics or literally waiting for events to happen. So from now on, for this game specifically, I won't be doing a webcam because it just doesn't feel necessary anymore. So I will save you guys the awkwardness of physically watching me wait for things to happen in this game. It's obviously it's not like I don't want to be on camera. It's just that it just doesn't look right. So I'd rather. So this might help with the aesthetics, or you know what I mean. But for now, let's continue. Oh, and in case you don't remember, didn't read the title, we are playing as Aragon in this playthrough, which according to this game is one of the easier nations to play as. Obviously I don't know why, but that's what the game implies. So I figured, you know what, first country of this game should be an easier one. I don't want to go hard off the bat and then, you know, end up having a game over a couple episodes in. So we'll see what happens. All right. So, as I said, some things like I have to wait to happen. For example, I have an explorer which will doing the sea over here, but it will literally take 4 in-game years to finish it. So obviously that's gonna be a while. I have been spending some time, you know, building, not stores, but like buildings in some of these cities, because some of them have a ton, and then some literally don't have any. Especially in some of the, well, I guess in like the bigger cities there would be more. Let's see if I can find. Yeah, like this one. Doesn't have a single building. Which, I obviously need money for that, which, I mean, we haven't really had much to begin with. And it's hard to balance the positive and negative. guess at least keep my mouse out of the way so we can see the map. Oh, but there's also all of these. Disloyal. Well, close to being a target. Well, now, hopefully I don't have to fight any wars anytime soon. As I said, there are apparently some countries where I could just not only win, but like easily win. I have no reason to go to war with people right now. Oh, great. We got smallpox in our country. Jeez. Okay, let's see. Is there a place I can check that? Probably not. Okay. I don't know how I would, Actually, I don't know how I would check that. But yeah, that's not good. Smallpox outbreak. Great. Just great. Mallorca. Let's go ahead and save over the... There we go. Because the last save was outdated, so I just go ahead and do that. Just heard something went through. Oh, we're now positive. Unprofitable buildings. Yeah, I've never gotten the hang of this. Buildings are just unprofitable, but as I said, when the worst one is like only, was it 14 cents that I'm losing? Yeah. Some of these are -0. That's my favorite number in these kind of games. It's just so funny to say. Because obviously a -0, is realistically not even a real number. But it's I always love when it happens. Because I'm like, then what's the difference? Because there was positive zeros in there too. when the worst one is only losing like 14 cents, then it's not really a problem. At the same time, I don't know how to make it better. Ooh. Okay. The nobility and the bourgeoisie of our crown have decided to reward our good governance of recent years by making generous donations to the treasury, some out of pure patriotism, others in exchange for honorary titles. $73 or 10 prestige. So my prestige is, let's see, it's at 16. So our prestige is low. I mean, I really need the money, but I think prestige would actually be better. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. New York's Navy. How many more years do I got before I get married? So it's 12. I believe the marriage age in this game is 16. So it's going to be a little over 4 years. Because it's September and the birthday's in January. Okay. My character, at the same time, 20... Yeah, because my character started the game at 18. Which is insane. Oh, jeez. Why am I yawning? If you heard that, no you didn't. Alright, we have formed a union with Aragon and Macerata? What? I am confused. Where is Macerata? Because I have Mallorca. I swear I got something. Hmm. It's a county. Whoa. Okay, this little Italian country. You will now protect each other when attacked, can pass laws that apply to all our countries. Okay. Well, that sucks if, like, the Pope I mean, I doubt the Pope would actually decide to attack somebody. Actually, hasn't he already? Pretty sure he has. Because this does look bigger than... He was at war. Actually, he might still be at war with somebody. He is. Actually, he has a crusade. Oh! Oh, okay. That's very interesting to know. England, France, and my, and my own, vassal made the Pope their rival. Damn. I mean, England unfortunately makes sense, but we're kind of... We're... what, 150 years before the Tudors came into play? So it would make sense if it was like, 1500s, and I could have like a fake King Henry VIII or whatever, saying like, I don't like the church and shit, but... Wow, that is... Damn, it's not even like these tiny places next to it. No, it's straight up England and France that are like, we do not like the Pope. Okay. That is really concerning, actually. I know the Papal States was... They're at war with somebody. They do have a crusade going on right now. Rain. Huh. Interesting choice, but... Yeah, that's interesting. Whoa. I can't tell if this is a bot in my chat. I would assume it is. It says this account was created 2 days ago. I mean, I know if Jake was here, he'd immediately just be banning any account that looks like a bot, or that he already is aware that is a bot, because he said he's seen some of these exact accounts in his own chat, so I wouldn't be shocked if he, joined and then booted this person if they were a bot, but I have no idea. The bots tend to have like really weird names, like weird enough to where you would think it was an actual like player account, but nothing I can really do about that. Do you still wonder why Mallorca owns land in France? Not interested. So pretty. You know, all the way to India. There's another option that you can, no, I think that might just be, yeah. So in Crusader Kings, there's actually an option where you can not only pause the game, but uh, literally change the country you're playing as in the middle of the game. I have no idea why you even have that option. I mean, it's I've used it for like when I just want to have a what's the word? Essentially, like when I'm doing a game where I'm just having fun, not like a actual like gameplay. I just want to like have fun with the game mechanics or whatever. I like switching around and just changing history just because it's fun. It's fun to do that. But as I just checked, this game does not have that option unless it's like hidden in the settings or something. But Eric, obviously I don't mind. I love this game just the way it is. And I guess because there's the first, I guess, DLC per se, or it's like an expansion or something. The first big thing is already supposed to be coming out. I want to say later this month. I'd have to check that. Or it could already be out. I haven't actually checked any news on this game since it came out. I've just been playing it. That's an insane map to look at. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, the worst one right now is 6 cents. It's not gonna do much. How's everybody doing right now? I'm gonna stop on Christmas because I feel like it, but. Yeah, well, actually, I don't know what I was about to say there, but I was, I was also going to say that, but I guess I never really asked about, like, how everyone's Thanksgiving was, because, I mean, I've been pretty busy since then, so, I haven't had the chance to ask. I know it's probably weird to ask anyway, but I as well just ask now. I doubt anybody would respond though. As I said, like, it's just something that, kill time or whatever. Actually, kill time is not the right word, but just fill the void. Because sometimes I don't even know what to talk about. Other than this game, of course, but as I keep repeating some things in this game, you just gotta be patient. Unfortunately. It doesn't make this game, it doesn't make this game boring in that sense, but it's just when you're playing, I mean, is that thing strategy games, but I was also say, like, specifically history games. It's just part of the mechanics. So who knows? Sometimes you have a bunch of stuff to do, and then sometimes you're doing stuff like this where you're literally waiting for things to happen because there's nothing else you could do. Unless you enact them, like, start wars, which, as I said, I have no reason to start a war, even though the game has already implied that there's countries where I could fight and win against. But I'm like, okay, I just don't have a reason to go to war right now. This thing's gonna keep popping up, and every time it's like a okay moment. Whoa, but it seems like, okay, there's less that are becoming unprofitable. There's some that are just 0, which doesn't do anything. I'm just gonna start ignoring that one. What? Okay, how did we go from there's not many to now more? Yeah, whatever. I still don't understand some of the mechanics in this game. And I can also say there's probably some mechanics that I just haven't been introduced yet because I haven't done something to see those. Like I said, war. There's certain mechanics with them. There are new mechanics with when you're at war, and since I haven't been to war yet, I don't know those. Or I don't know how they work yet. But more than likely, and this is just a guess, but it's more likely that in terms of war, I will probably be dragged into one, or like asked to join by an ally than just starting one myself. That's probably what's going to happen. As I said, it's just a guess, but more than likely that's what's going to happen. Ooh, wait a minute. Alright, give me a minute. I have to go do something. Alright, sorry about that. I had to go do something. But I'm back. Oh, huh. Steam Elements is not in the chat anymore. Interesting. I've never seen that. I feel like it just automatically added to, because that's how Twitch works, but huh. That is interesting. Alright. The people of Barcelona despair as their families and neighbors succumb to the relentless outbreak of influenza. Great. Currently spreading throughout the area, neighborhoods once bustling with activity now echo with worry and uncertainty. Unfortunately, there is little we can do to stop it. What with all the diseases? And speaking of diseases, because it's historically accurate, I believe it's 1346. Basically, in a couple years, the historically famous Black Death will happen, because that's a mechanic that's in this game. Which is unfortunate, because the game starts 1337. So essentially, like 10 years into the game, you have to deal with the Black Death, which is, I don't even know how I'm gonna deal with it once it actually activates. I want to say there's a thing in the settings where you can also just make it where it doesn't happen. I'm probably wrong about that. I know in I know the Black Death is also a mechanic in Crusader Kings, and you can actually turn that off. I don't know, or I at least don't remember if that's even an option in this game. But yeah, when that happens, I guess we'll see how it goes. Okay, what was I doing? Right. Okay, who? Okay, this is... Yeah, possible ban invader count literally created 10 minutes ago. I mean, if it flags... I'm gonna keep it in chat for now. We'll see what happens. Alright, excuse me. Our vassal, the Kingdom of Mallorca, has been a thorn in our side since their creation. Their ruler, King... I'm going to mispronounce this. Jom, or it's probably like Jom. I don't freaking know. I'll just say Jom. The third, the Rash de Barcelona, is rebellious and disrespectful. Their merchants creating trading alliances with the Genoese, so Genoa, and other Western Mediterranean markets which exclude Catalan interests. And their insistence is signing diplomatic treaties with their rivals and enemies. Against our orders has made the situation unsustainable. We should use the fact that they mint their own coin despite it being illegal under Aragonese law, so my law, to bring King John III to trial. Once he's in Barcelona, we could seize and solve the issue. Okay, well this is easy then. Because if we say no, no is literally just negatives. So we will gain prestige and improve our relations with the nobility and the bourgeoisie. Yeah. I don't know what Portuguese pretenders means. The power of the clergy has never relied on the state itself. Rather, it is in many ways the clergy who lend their legitimacy to the king through their ties to the spiritual realm. A combination of deft political maneuvering, fear-mongering, and generous donations from our subjects that have lately cemented the power of this estate. Oh. Oh, okay. A severe form. Woo. Why don't you have food? Can't afford to build anything, which... yeah, that sucks. Is the Pope fighting people right now? Wait a minute. I thought they... hold on. Are you actually fighting people? I guess... no? Oh, okay. Well, I guess the little guys around the Pope are having spats. Also, this little guy is a vassal of the Pope. Oh. Very interesting. Ooh. Okay. King John III has not come to stand trial, has instead sent an offer to buy the rights he has been enjoying. He's offering to transfer his holdings at Perpignan to the crown and perpetuate. Gain liberty desire, but and this is the only option we can do right now. Little shiz. Fine. But also, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for today. I hope you enjoyed. I'm guessing that the no camera situation is a bit weird. As I said, I want to spare you guys the awkwardness, so at least for now, it's only going to be for this series. But I hope you continue watching, and that's all for today. Take care.